Hello, I'm Mike with Colorado Plays, and today we're taking a look at Voicemod Voice Changer. This is a software that you run in the background of your computer, and it will change your voice to a bunch of different things while you're streaming or creating a video. Now, I do know that it works perfect with OBS. I haven't tried it with XSplit yet, but it wasn't much to add it to OBS, and if I do keep the software, I will be doing a tutorial on coloradoplays.com. Now, the installation was pretty easy. I had to sign up with a new account with the company, and I used one of my trash emails just so I don't get spammed to hell on one of my other things. And I would like to point out that when I installed the software, it did set Voicemod as being its default sound output. And when you're using a software, you don't want that, so you just have to go into your computer and change your default settings back to a headset or a desktop computer. Like for mine, it's the Corsair headset that I have, and it works great. So let's take a look at it. Okay, so here's the Voicemod software. Here's the main screen. You get 6 free voices. They change every day, which is the free version. So don't get too attached to any of these, which is a bummer because I really like 2 of them. But if you scroll down, you see all these different voices that you can switch to, and some of them do pique my interest. Like there's a zombie one down here. There's Santa Claus, Party Time. I would love to hear what any of these sound like. So I might just run this application every day for a month to see if it's worthwhile. The pricing of it, if you go to Voicemod Pro, you get $7.50 for 3 months, $12 a year, or you can buy the whole thing for $32. Now, when you first install it, if you buy it, I think it's within the first 30 minutes, you get a discount. So now you get 6 to start off with, and you can get a 7th if you click here and you share it on Facebook and Twitter. So you can get 7 every day, but I don't know, because if I'm going to do it, then I'm just going to buy the whole thing outright. So how do they sound? Well, let's take a look. Here is the Titan. You can see that it's
the purple dude that's supposed to look like Thanos. I don't know if I really sound like Thanos, but I do like the sound of it in general. So, like, you can try really hard to come up with something cool. But then you have something like the police bot. Now, the police bot, I'm betting they're trying to emulate RoboCop, which
sounds pretty close, but you know, it's not really the whole thing. So hold on. Let me try. Ready? Drop it. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. That's close, but not really the whole thing, but you know, whatever. Magic chords will change your voice while you're talking, so it has like a little chime going on with it. Then you have the cave system, so it gives it a bit of an echo, and it's not too bad. I think it would be something I could use in like Minecraft, and I can show you how to do that here in a minute. But let's see, it took me a while to figure out what blocks was, and blocks is actually, if you listen close to the tune that's playing in the background with my voice, that is something you can probably find on Tetris. If you don't know what Tetris is, I suggest you Google it. And finally, one of my favorite ones is Big.
Now, I would love to get into some PvP games and start talking shit to somebody with this voice. Can you imagine that? Like, start screaming at the top of your lungs, bring it on, motherfucker! Probably not. I said fucker. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna get demonetized. Oh, wait, I'm not even worth monetizing.
So we turn off no effects. Okay, so the one thing I do want to point, a couple of things I want to point out, actually. Okay, let's go back to Titan.
So if we're using Titan, you can see that it highlights the ambient effect. Now, if you turn this on, it adds a bit of a sick beat to it. So, like, kind of gets a little groove going on. Then we turn that back off. And then, Titan's not the only one. You have the
Cave. So if you turn on Cave and click on ambient effects, you get a little bit of a water drip in the background, something that you'd probably hear in a cave. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what the rest of these have, if there's any ambient sounds. Not all of them do.
So, like, if we switch to baby, you see there's no ambient effect there. Then you can enable
or disable the voice changer.
And then
go to no effects, and you can hear my voice. If you click on this, it'll go through your preferred sound system so that you can hear your voice in real time and decide whether if you want to use that voice or not. Then you have the little button here. It's a die. You can randomize
which voice you want to pick. Just by clicking it, and it'll pick a random voice.
There that you have. And I can see that it'd be kind of cool if you have like all the pro voices available. Click off that. Then you have the beeping effect. So like if you were to say you can beep it out, but I don't know if anybody who would like consciously try to beep out their own swears. Like if they say eat miserable bastard. Yeah, I beeped shit, but not bastard. Yeah, that's how I roll. So it'd be kind of cool if the system knew you're about to swear or had like a delay and could beep it out, but it doesn't. So, but it's there if you need it. Then you have your mute button, then you have your output. So like your volume, you can change how loud and how soft your microphone goes. You can reduce the background noise. Now the background noise does nothing for the Titan ambient music, but it does affect the driplets in the background of the cave. So there is that. And if you want to chat with voicemod.net because of problems or whatever else, you can click that button to open up the chat window in a browser. You can search for the different voices that you were looking for in the whole list of stuff here. You can also favorite and change the volumes of those, or settings. Then you have your VP, which is the Voicemod Pro licensing. You just put in your key and hit activate. Then you have your settings. Here's where you can set up the key bindings. Now, this is what I was talking about before. So like if I wanted to play anything really, and I decided that I wanted to switch my voice on the fly, you can set up key bindings for it. So it'd be kind of cool, I think, in a couple of different things, but whatever. Then you have your sound machine. Now, if you click on this, it opens up Google search page of places where you can get funny sound effects to add to it. So I don't know if I'd ever use that, because I guess if you wanted some boinks and binks, you can probably put it in there, but I am not Bill Nye the Science Guy. So we're going to go up to the next one. This here is probably one of the biggest reasons why I'd spend $32 on the software. You can make your own voice. So I would probably love to like sit here and spend hours trying to come up with a way to perfectly emulate James Earl Jones's voice. I mean, you'd have to have a really good ear to do that. But looks like you get all the settings here to do just about that. So it'd be kind of cool to come up with your own and add that to your stream or videos or whatever. Then we go back and this is the main screen. So the software itself runs pretty well. I didn't have a single problem with it. I connected it to OBS just fine, and you can hear that it works well with recording. I haven't tried it on stream yet, but I don't see why it would be any different. And if you're curious, I'm probably going to stream tonight using the software. I don't know which one I'll use yet. Depends on what game we're playing. But anyway, if you want to try Voicemod, I will leave a link to the description down below that you can click on and visit the website. Like I said, really easy install. Took a few seconds. Not very hard to learn. I've only had it for maybe 10-20 minutes, and there's quite a few things that I like about it. So that's up there. I might wind up buying it, depending on what the rest of the sounds sound like. But just a couple of settings by itself is almost worth $32 for me. Now there's a bunch of them out there, and I'm going to try a few anyway just to see which one's better. So far, this is the only one I've looked at, and it works. Okay, so do you change your voice when you're doing live streams or videos? And if you do you use hardware or software? Leave in the comments down below. I've never tried playing around with it, but I'll probably mess around with Voicemod tonight, so we'll find out. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.